morning, Mr. Paul O'Sullivan.
She's sitting here.
I'm greeting you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to see
Honorable
whether.
Sangoni, may you please make way here.
Johnny,
I'm greeting you, sir. Thank you. I'm looking at your statement, paragraph 102. You are talking about monies that were intended for CIG informants that were removed from the system. And you are accusing General Khumalo that they were removed during his time. Can you provide evidence that sources of information under Khumalo that have dried up, that you are referring to in paragraph 102? Can you be quick, because 15 minutes of my
Chairman,
time will go.
I'm looking for the reference to the document. It's K 810, 811, and 821.
In your affidavit,
Yeah, I'm not looking at the affidavit, Chairman. I'm looking at the evidence that's mentioned in the affidavit. It's 810. So what we have, Chairman, if you look at
my time is going, sir.
if we look at page, you asked, Madam, if I could supply with evidence. So I want to refer to page 792. 792 is a transcript of a telephone call I had on the 22nd of September 2025 from a confidential informant who was employed in crime intelligence. And his complaint, he reached out to me. I didn't know this person from a bar of soap. And he reached out to me.
Is this informant from Mpumalanga?
That's what it says.
The one that we're talking about in 803, in annexure K791. Is it the one?
That's correct. Pages 792, 793 is all the transcript of the discussion I had with him. And then I asked him to send me documentation, which he subsequently sent. And that documentation is attached. And that documentation starts at page 811.
Okay.
And the documentation is a list of people that were employed.
No, it's fine.
In crime intelligence.
Okay.
And then there's an application for, sorry, Chairman, I have a big problem here. I'm asked an open question and I'm trying to give.
No, I'm saying that, can you stop it there? So that I ask another question.
Chairman, I think what we need here is some guidance. I'm asked the question and I'm being stopped before I've completed answering my question.
My time will go. I want another
Chairman, I've been asked the question and I'm being stopped before I've answered the question. And I believe the reason I'm being stopped is because the honorable member doesn't want to hear my answer. So I'm being told, here's your question. No, stop. I don't want to hear it.
I'll give you another, because there is a follow-up question to what you're going to say.
Chairman.
Because on what is written on your telephonical conversation with the informant, you are saying that the informants must go to General Smear. You don't want him talking to General Mkwanazi, General Masemula, General Kumalo, because after appearance of General Masemula, they are all going to jail, the three. You are planning about that. He must give you that information so that after Masemula on that day, coming out of the Nhlanhla Commission, you are taking them all to jail. He must talk to Spear. Why do you have an informant to talk to someone else, not to talk to the people at the helm of SAPS? For instance, in the crime intelligence is General Kumalo, and then General Masemula is the National Commissioner. Can I check with you? Why do you refer your informant to General Spear in your conversation, telephonical conversation?
Chairman,
Yeah, you can respond to the questions that have been
I
put.
haven't finished responding to the first question, Chairman.
Yeah,
And the reality of the situation is,
Combine all of them.
yeah, I'll combine all of them. Thank you.
Quick,
I think what you,
summarized form.
Mr. Paul Robert O'Sullivan, each and every member is allocated time.
15 minutes.
They may not have the time like you had with the evidence leader yesterday to make a presentation. So when you respond to their questions, just be mindful of the time that the member is allocated to, so that the member does not ask one question and their time expires.
So I'm going to be as quick as I can. If you look at page 810, it's an explanatory note about all of the documentation. And it says the transcription, this is the 20-minute call with the informer who is employed at Crime Intelligence in Mpumalanga. It is mostly self-explanatory and alludes to micromanagement by Khumalo. The complainant in this case is a member of Crime Intelligence, and he's complaining about General Khumalo. And the honourable member is asking why I didn't instruct him to go and complain to General Khumalo.
To Spear.
Pardon?
You are saying that he must go to General Spear. Why?
Because General Sabir at the time was the Deputy National Commissioner of Police. Should I have told him to go and speak to General Khumalo, he would have probably been suspended by now because he was complaining about General Khumalo.
Just leave it. Let's leave that, because you are saying that the General
Sorry, Chair.
Masemola, the
Chairman.
National Commissioner, General Khumalo,
I have a problem. I'm
General
not finished
Panas-
answering, and I'm being
all of them, they're going to jail.
General.
No, leave it out, because you have made it clear that the person
Chairman.
in SAPS whom you regarded as the person who must be at the helm is General Spear. It's clear. From what you've written, it's written down. You're telling the informant. It's you yourself. Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, can you tell me why did you decide to disinvest from property in South Africa, and you decided in 2025? Why?
Chairman, I haven't finished answering the other question. And what I'm not prepared to do, Chairman, is to sit here, start answering a question, and then be stopped and told, I don't want to hear your answer. I want to ask you another question. And if we're not...
I say that to
Sorry,
you.
Chairman, I'm talking and I keep being interrupted.
Can we do this? She asked you a question about the conversation that you had with your informant. Are you able to respond to that question?
Absolutely, and I'm trying to explain it, Chairman. And while I'm trying to explain it, the honourable member starts interrupting me. Now, what I'm saying is,
Look, listen here. The
Ask
time
one
that
question from
is allocated is not the
2
chairperson.
minutes.
It's not the chairperson's time. It's the time of the honourable member. You and the honourable member must have a cordial conversation. Help each other and have that conversation succeed.
Chairman, how can we have a cordial conversation?
Yeah.
If I'm trying to answer the question.
Let's not do that. May you please respond to the question on your informant. That's what she wants to hear.
And I was trying to explain that, Chairman. Let's
go ahead and explain.
So can I explain without being interrupted?
Yes, I give you the time to explain.
Thank you. I explain on the explanatory note, which is page 810, exactly what happened and why I decided to make record it and make a transcript.
Get to the microphone.
So it's a request for assistance. It's not the request for assistance I have solicited. It's a request for assistance that a person has unilaterally decided to reach out to me. Before that person contacted me, I didn't know him at all. I knew nothing about them. He explains that he was busy with an investigation involving theft of 74 million rand from a community property association. And they chose to bypass Khumalo. He chose to bypass Khumalo and go and speak to General Sibiya. It wasn't me that told him. I didn't even know he'd been to speak to General Sibiya. So if there's an allegation that I told him, go speak, he'd already spoken to General Sibiya. And if you read the transcript, it makes it clear that he's telling me he decided to bypass General Khumalo. So we're having a complete misunderstanding of what's being said in the transcript.
No, it's okay.
And then, sorry,
I got your
Chairman, I'm
answer.
being interrupted again.
I got your answer.
No, I haven't finished my answer, Chairman. I haven't finished, Chairman.
Because you're saying Sibiya can be trusted.
Why are you shouting
It's you who's saying that.
Why are you
not
shouting?
The informant.
No.
Please stop it. I've got the answer now. I got your answer. Please. I got your answer. Then I'm going now.
I don't think I can work like this, Chairman.
Yeah.
If I'm going to have to work like this, I'm going to have to say, I'm sorry. This is.
You'll have to go. Why?
No. Honorable Sakanyile.
No, I can't go.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that we need to do here, all of us. Number one, I'm going to request that we compose ourselves. And number two, I'm going to ask the witness to be mindful of the time that is allocated to members and respond to the questions without taking their time. And Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, what I'm going to request to you, it's an honest attitude on how you respond to questions, so that behind that attitude, there must never be a threat that if something like this happens, this is not how I'm going to continue, because I want to explain and I'm not being given time to explain. There are some questions which will need a yes or no answer. Were you in a conversation with this informant? Yes. Is it true that you told him to go and talk to Sibiya? Yes or no? And then if there is any context behind that you may want to explain, you can do that, but without eating on the time of the member. But you know, if we have a conversation where from time to time you want to appeal to the chair to say, you see, chairperson, this is how I'm being treated, and I can't continue like this, I don't think that is going to help us. Have a conversation with the member. The member is allocated time. There is a set of questions that the member wants to have them answered within the limited time allocation. And at the beginning of every slot, I tell the member what time has been allocated to them. That's what we do. So we must not create an excuse to pull out of the conversation by not answering questions. When we started here, I reminded all of us that today is Mandela's Day. It's the day on which Mandela was released from the Victor Verster prison. And this is a day which all of us must look forward with hope and renewed confidence to the future we want to build in this country. Like you have said that you have very much loved this country, you wanted to be a citizen of this country, and you wanted to be integrated and socialized with the life of this country. Can we do exactly that? Honorable Sokanyile.
Thank you, Chairperson. Because I want to repeat
You ask your question, allow him to respond. Thank you.
I'll also read what I'm
Chairman.
saying. I
I haven't finished answering the question.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'll start where I've ended.
No, Honorable Sokanyile. Let him respond to that question.
Thank you, Chairman.
And how many minutes?
Chairman, my submission to Parliament, and you can deduct this from the honourable member's time if it's necessary. My submission to Parliament includes over 1,000 pages of evidence. And it's necessary, if I'm going to be asked questions about the evidence that's included, that I have an opportunity to look at the relevant pages of that 1,000 pages so that I can answer the question properly. Because otherwise I'm going to be put in a position where I'll have to say, I'm sorry, I don't have time to answer that question. So either I must be able to give a proper answer, which means consulting my documents, or I must be allowed to say, I'm sorry, I don't have time to answer that question. Or we can agree that we're not going to get anywhere with this process. And as chairman, I respectfully request you to ensure that when a question is asked, I will undertake to provide the answer as quickly as possible, but not in a way where I'm asking or answering the question and I'm told, no, I've heard enough. I don't want to hear anymore. And that's really the reality.
Explaining the process.
So, Chairman, the allegation is I'm asked to explain why I told him to enter the Sibiya. In fact, if you look at page 799 and 800, this is the crime intelligence official that's doing the talking. My name is Paul, you can see it there. So he's talking CI, we're talking about millions. Now I think it's billions already. I personally went to the Hawks office in Pretoria, the forensic department, and I had a meeting with some of the generals there presenting this case, and they were happy. Oh, this is a good case, we're going to make a difference, blah, blah, blah. because I already knew. This is now the informant telling me, not me saying it, because I knew already Khumalo was corrupt. So I didn't want to go via him, but I went to the forensic department and I said, And then when we're back, I did all the applications I was supposed to put in and I sent them there. And the applications went to, who's this guy now? This guy, this Sabir. Is it Sabir, that one is in charge of forensic and stuff? And I said, Sabir is the, what do you call it? DivCom detectives. Yeah, the one that is fighting with Khumalo and Masamula. And then he says, who is Mkhwanazi fighting with a lot? He's saying it, not me. Is it Sabir? I said, yeah. Sabir, Mkhwanazi, and Khumalo and Masamula, they're all fighting with Sabir. Then he says, yes, Sabir. Now, someone told me that Sabir and Khumalo, they are fighting. So then he says, so I went to the forensic department because Sabir is in charge of the forensic department. So it's not me telling him, don't go to Khumalo, go to Sabir. He took the decision to go to Sabir.
Yeah, thank you.
And if I can be allowed to answer in this way,
Yeah.
we're going to move along much quicker.
Yeah, you have, the answer is provided now. Let's allow the member. The two of you must look at each other in the eyes and have the conversation.
No, I'm looking at him. You know, I'm just asking a question because it's written. You are reading other lines, leaving out a line that you are saying Sibia can be trusted because he is against Masam. I'm not there. I got your answer and I got your attitude that you don't want General Masemula, General Khumalo, and General Mkhwanazi. You are saying Sibia can be trusted. You are saying that to the informant.
Where am I?
Also, no. I'm going to another question now. My 15 minutes are going. I'll give you all those lines that are it's from your mouth. Let me go to another question. Why did you suddenly disinvest in property development here in South Africa, especially in 2025?
Actually, it was in 2020.
Just in a summarized form.
Actually, it was in 2024 I started the process. And the reason, Chairman, was because of two factors. The first factor is the July riots that took place in KZN and the damage to the economy of 100 billion rand. And the second factor is the inability of Eskom, due to corruption, to constantly supply electricity. And those two factors caused a marked decrease in the value of property in South Africa. So in 2025, I sold assets and I moved the money offshore for the simple reason that keeping the money onshore was costing more in the long run. And on the properties that I disposed of, I probably lost somewhere in the region of about 10 million rand. So that's why I disinvested.
But in your statement, you are talking about COVID-19 and talking about Masemula, Khumalo, using the slush fund to get properties, whereas you, wara. No, that's what I'm saying.
No,
and it's
Chairman,
written in
that's a misunderstanding.
I know nothing about those things.
That's a
And
misunderstanding.
here you have given it to us as this committee. Just leave it out. You didn't know that you are going to read that. Surely. You know, to me, coming here in South Africa, under the pretense of saying that you are coming for property development, now I'm looking at you with other eyes, coming here to say that we are coming for property development, but you looked at the whole, at the loophole in our SAPs, and then you entered, whereby you made yourself the Messiah. And you have removed many generals in our subs under the pretense that you are assisting South Africa to fight crime through your companies. Because if you can go to what is written, your discussions with Sarah Jane Trent, it leaves a lot to be desired. But let me go straight to another.
Chair, what is the question there? Is it a statement or a question?
During the appearance of Mr. Kabinde here.
She has not asked a question.
No, it's not a question.
She was just making a
I'm
statement.
just ventilating.
Allow her to finish and then you will come and speak.
Just ventilating.
I can see that.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Kabinde, when he was here in the committee, he read out a text being threatened by you. Why did you do that?
I didn't.
You didn't want Mr. Kabinde to talk to us. Why? What were you afraid of? What was the reason of threatening Mr. Kabinde, the chief of staff of the former or the current minister, whatever?
Chairman, how do I know when? How do I know when I can answer the question? Because I'm getting like 5 or 6 questions, bang, 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 bang. Can I just get a question, one question at a time?
Listen here, Mr. Paul Robert O'Sullivan and Honorable Sokanyil. Honorable Sokanyil, may you look at me, please. Don't confuse my witness. Don't. If you want to ask him a question and look at him to respond. If you want to make a follow-up, make that follow-up. Because I can tell you, you confused him with that long statement. Yeah.
Sorry.
You have said so many things. What is the question? Do you want to ask him about the SMS that he sent Kabinde, or do you want to ask him about his involvement at IPIT?
I'm saying that Mr. Kabinde was here in this committee. He read out a message that you threatened him when he was here. He had to read out that message, afraid of you. Why did you threaten Mr. Kabinde when he was in front of us? That's the question. I'm putting a background in what I'm saying so that you are clear what I'm asking for. Don't look at me, just answer me.
I'm waiting for you to finish.
I finished.
Okay, so I think, Honourable Member, if you can say, I've now finished answering my question, I will know that you're finished.
I'll do that.
In the first place, I didn't threaten him. I told him that it was a criminal offence to lie under oath, and you can go to prison for that. And I said to him, you're a lying crook and you belong in prison. Because what happened to me, I received a WhatsApp. I wasn't watching.
If someone does that
Chairman,
to you,
can I
when you are
finish
sitting
answering
there.
the question? Because we're not getting anywhere like this. I'm trying to answer the question and I'm being interrupted again.
Yeah, so you confirm that that message was yours?
Yeah.
No, Chairman, I did not threaten him. I told him that it's an offence to lie under oath in Parliament.
It's okay. Do you confirm that you sent that message to Mr. Kabinde?
I sent that message to him.
Thank you.
But I wasn't watching him.
Repeat the message. What did it say?
I'll have to find it. Actually,
Why are you lying under oath? Why crook?
wait.
You are
If
left.
someone-
You are
okay.
left.
No, it's
you are
fine.
left with 2 minutes to
No,
continue.
it's fine. You,
This is what I said to him. I sent him a copy.
you got the message, remember?
Chairman, I'm asking you.
The time of the member has expired. May you
Right.
please stop speaking? Let's do like this, honorable members, so that we